Gentlemen, is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Hey guys, it's Nick here from what'sgood.co.za, and we're bringing you a look at Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We've been playing it and we want to give you some of our impressions so far. So we've captured a bunch of footage on the Xbox One X, as well as a bit of footage from the base launch Xbox, and we've stitched it all together so we can have it in front of you here and have a bit of a chat and just tell you what we think so far and what our impressions of the game have been so far. So we've got the fancy trailer running here that we're taking a look at, and it's making it look all cool and action-packed. And you know, with Call of Duty games, that's exactly what you're going to get. What I do like about this campaign is that it doesn't just sort of blow your brains out with over-the-top set pieces every 5 seconds. It has some quite chill moments that I've really enjoyed. A lot of helicopters, strangely enough. I think you'll see from the footage alone that there's quite a bunch of helicopters going on. But with Vietnam and so on, you obviously have to touch on that. The game's mostly set in the 80s, though, during the Cold War, and you pair up with this Robert Redford-looking bloke, and you guys go on this big mission to catch a terrorist named Perseus. And yeah, so to take a look here now, oh, there's more choppers, as you can see. We're, to take a look at the sort of gameplay, you know what to expect because you're playing a Call of Duty game. So nothing major has changed there. It still feels smooth, it feels good. We've been having a good time with that. And the graphics as well, running on the One X has been fairly smooth most of the time. It doesn't run quite at 4K. It seems to be running at a bit of a lower res to help maintain the frame rate, but we did actually see a couple of drops here and there, so it's not that, it doesn't seem like it's that usual rock solid 60 FPS that you're used to having from a Call of Duty game. But ultimately it looks great and it still plays great because, well, it's Call of Duty, and we really like what they've done with the aesthetic. They really lead into the 80s look and the sort of neon on rain vibe that you get sometimes from Cyberpunk. It gives everything a very distinct look. It's very like on brand, if we can put it that way. So you sort of see that a lot. You're going to see a lot of neon in this game on a night sky, as we're seeing right here. But what's cool is the mission you're actually seeing right now is a side mission. So you sort of do the main campaign, but you get these side missions that you can do, but you also have to collect evidence that are found in the missions that help you uncover sort of, not the mystery, but solve more of that mystery and figure out what's going on. This footage that you're seeing now is actually running on a base Xbox One, so this is the launch model. This isn't even the One S, and unfortunately the difference in visuals is pretty noticeable. In the video I'm not sure if you'll see it quite as much, but it's definitely running at a much lower res. Everything looks very muddy, grainy, and the performance even seems to not quite be holding that 60 that we want. But yeah, you can just take a look. It's still not bad. You'll still be able to survive, but it's not going to be the one that you want to be running it on, especially when we got to sort of test it side by side with the One X, and that's not even taking into account the Series S and X versions that you can now play it on. So we're seeing a bit of cutscenes here coming in between missions. They fill you in on the period, so you get a pretty good idea of what everything's, the vibe of the time, and everything going on. And what I really like about this is that because of this sort of Cold War-ish theme, you're not just running and gunning the whole time, but you actually do some pretty cool clandestine operations. So whether it's sort of sneaking around at night like you're seeing here, taking these guys out, or going on full-blown stealth missions, you also you have a nice mix-up of different gameplay styles. Even like this, where you get to, I think this was in Berlin, I'm not sure, you get sent to go and meet someone in a cafe, and then leading into what's happened with the character creation, you can choose your ethnicity, and you can even choose some perks that affect your gameplay, and so you know, in terms of like bullet damage and health, things like that. And they combine that with the ability to actually have some selections of, you know, dialogue, and these ultimately lead to multiple endings. So it's a bit of a more narrative-driven take on the campaign, which I really enjoyed, and it's definitely given it a bit of a fresh angle. Going over now, we've got some multiplayer footage that I took now. This is from a team deathmatch game. We managed to find games pretty simply enough. We've got crossplay enabled, so you never know if some of those quick guys are good on a controller, if they're just using a mouse and keyboard. One thing I didn't like is that when you turn crossplay on and off, you can't tell if it's just consoles or if it's consoles and PC. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it filled up games pretty quick and it was fun to play. The ping is great, especially here in South Africa where we struggle. We've got some local service, so everything's snappy and fast and smooth, and we really enjoyed you know, a good solid multiplayer experience without any major hiccups. The only things we've noticed is that the frame rate can dip a little bit at times. Again, we're not sure, to be fair, if it was sometimes when we were doing some captures on the Xbox itself, if it was maybe affecting it, but we did have a few of those, and even had the sound sort of bug out a little bit here and there. So yeah, and here again you can see a bunch of that whole 80s neon vibe, and I mean, you don't get more 80s than Miami, and this is the Miami sort of main road area that we all know from movies and TV commercials when we were kids, if you grew up at the same time as I did. And yeah, so it makes for a pretty setting and really cool maps. The maps, I was a bit surprised. The multiplayer modes, they've got the ones that you're used to, Kill Confirm, Team Deathmatch, and a couple of others, but I was a bit bummed to see, I don't know if it's coming, but I didn't see any gun game anyway, and we really loved playing gun game in Modern Warfare, so I really hope that makes a return. I'm not sure if it's set to return. And then, yeah, look, Call of Duty's multiplayer has always been solid, but it is a little bit give and take. I've always had a few issues with some of the games in terms of kill streaks and all that stuff. I got a care package in one of these games where I got some sort of AC-130 type aeroplane thing, and I just blew everyone to smithereens with it, and there was like no one alive on the other team for like a solid minute, and I just got so many kills. So stuff like that, I don't know, we'll see how it goes over time, how the balance works out. So yeah, okay, looking at the footage here, we've obviously got the very, very popular zombies mode that's made a return. They've gotten quite playful and creative with this, and unlike previous ones where you played set characters, in this one you actually use your operators, and you unravel a bit of a mystery as well in this. It's got a storyline attached and all that. I've never been fully into the zombie mode, but I know that a lot of people really dig it. I've had a pretty good time with it when I've played around with it, but I'd still like to maybe get some people together and really give it a good go, but it's a lot of added value, and that's really cool. So overall, we've had a good time with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and its long name. Yeah, we're sitting with another solid Call of Duty, so yeah, if you've liked the previous offerings, I'm pretty sure you're going to like this one. It's not offering anything crazy new, but it's Call of Duty, and it's got some good stuff. So this combined with Warzone, multiplayer modes, and a solid campaign, we've been having a pretty good time so far. So yeah, thanks for watching. For more, you can go to whatsgood.co.za. You could also follow us on Twitter at whatsgoodcoza. And yeah, if you liked the video, we hope to see you again. Have a good one. This is What's Good, and we're out.
Who you choose to believe.
I know you won't fail.